One, one, one. Exactly.
That's what I need.
But that's what I need, is that, like, the whole thing, they're all paying off. Keep at it. I know it's still a little cold. I'm good, but I'm better. I know. Yeah, I know. So, do you see what I mean? Like, to me, their whole system is messed. And I got news for them about this whole Grey Academy thing. I'm not going to talk to them about us teaching it. They don't get it.
What is it?
The school doesn't, there's no, students want to learn from the rabbis and the school doesn't want to learn from them. So I need a little more clarification on what the two of them were talking about.
No, I was talking about that too, that there is nothing official. It can't be that if you go because one teacher invites, there has to be some kind of official involvement. If the school says official,
No.
we don't want it fun, but they never do that. They always say, yeah, sure, great, yeah, let's do it, and then, which is a way to say, but just say it, and then we'll see what we do.
Yeah, but I go there and do all kinds of things there, so I don't really agree with that. Like, you have to work with the teachers. Like, that's the only way. They're not going to hire us. They're not going to offer a class. No one's going to take a class on Mishnah offered by Rabbi Barrett.
So that's okay, nobody should have nobody.
But I think that's part of what they think should be offered. I think this whole business of you in elementary school, that needs to be fixed up. But that's not for the council. That's for other people. Okay, I mean, we can talk about it, sure, but I think that they're going to be disappointed if they try and go down that road as every...
Hello. Wow. הנה מה טוב אויו מניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב אויו מניים שבט אחים הנה מה טוב אויו מניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב אויו מניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומניים שבט אחים יחד הנה מה טוב ומניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומניים שבט אחים יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים אוי 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 שבט אחים גם יחד שבט אחים אוי אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים אוי 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 שבט אחים גם יחד שבט אחים אוי אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב אוי ומניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב אוי ומניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב אוי ומניים שבט אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב אוי ומניים שבט אחים גם יחד. Good morning, Shabbat Shalom everyone. Great to have you here celebrating the first Shabbat of the year 2019. It's great to have you here. And even though I know it's not Rosh Hashanah, right? But it has a feeling of a new year because basically that's the world where we're living in. And it's every time that we have this kind of change of calendar, I believe it's also an opportunity to have a new beginning, to have a fresh start. But that's an attitude that you have to have. You have to have the attitude of say, I'm leaving behind all the preoccupations, the aggravation that I might have had the last year, and to have a fresh start. Listen, I don't believe there is any kind of cosmical energy that is going to make that happen by miracle. It's something that you have to make it happen. How you do that? Everything starts with a decision. You have to make, what's the word, resolution? Even though I'm very skeptic of New Year's resolution. We are going to talk more about that during the sermon. I promise you that. Okay? But for now, just think about making a resolution that this year is going to be a different kind of year, that you're going to have a different attitude, a more positive attitude towards life. So, again, welcome all of you who decided to come out to be with us here in the chapel. Welcome everyone who is watching on YouTube or listening on TuneIn Radio over the internet. And let's begin with our service on page 5. Please rise for the Birkot HaShachar. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lasechrin alavchem ben yom uben laila. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani betzalmo. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Israel. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokei achivrim. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbi sharumim. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, atir asurim. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokeif kefufim. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi. Page 6. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz alamayim. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa li kol tzorki. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, amechi mitzadei gaver. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Israel v'gevura. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Israel v'tifara. Baruchat Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, anoten layaef koach. Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. May be seated. Let's continue on page 8, Psalm 150. Let's pray together the name of God. Psalm 150. Hallelujah. קודשו, הללו, ברקיע עוזו, הללו, הללו, כרוב גודלו, הללו, בתקע שופר, הללו, ונבל וכינור. הללו, וטובו מחול, הללו, במינים ועוגב, הללו, בצלצלי שמה, הללו, בצלצלי תרועה, כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה, הללויה, Please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish, page 46. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמא דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, וחי יכון וביום יכון, חיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ויאמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך, ולעם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום עם ברומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. You may be seated. We continue now on page 10. שוכנת מרום. שוכנת מרום וקדוש שמו. בפי ישרים תתהלל ודברי צדיקים תתפארך, ובלשון חסידים תתרומם, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש. Bottom of the page, חצי קדיש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמרה אבא, בעלמא דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, וחי יכון וביום יכון, ויעד כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יש מרבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמדקותשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה ושבקתה ונחמתה דעמידם ועלמה ואימרו 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 Amen. Please rise for the Barhu on page 12. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the service, new year, new attitude. So with the Barhu, we are blessing the name of God. It's better if you bless the name of God with kavanah, with intention. That means that you are aware at least of one thing going well in your life, at least one thing. And then when you actually believe that that thing or things that they are going well in your life is a result of a blessing from God. So when you have that feeling, when you don't take anything for granted, when you realize everything is coming from God, then at that moment, then you can return the favor and bless the name of God as well. Page 12. Let's bless the name of God for everything that is a blessing in our lives. Barhu. Barehu et Adonai ha-mevorah. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorah לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם יוצרו ובורכו שעושה שלום ובורא את הכל. You may be seated. We are going to continue now with the Shema Israel, where we are going to proclaim that God is one. But I love this version that we're going to use. We call it the Hasidic version, where it starts slow and then gets faster and faster and faster. And I believe the melody represents sometimes the way we process the unity of God. When it starts as something that is difficult to understand, and we try to understand it, but we struggle. But then we involve our feelings, and then we may not understand it, but we can feel it. And it feels so good to understand the oneness of God and the blessing of God in every day of our lives. So that's why we start it's a very shy first approach. And then at the end, we go crazy. We go crazy praising the name of God with our voices. Page 14, Shema Israel. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Let's enjoy it. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 With all you have. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. And I think Israel heard. Page 15. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. שינמתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, בשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Page 17, the Micha Mocha. When you sing this prayer, remember, this should be your attitude when you face 2019. When you face the year ahead of you, the words of the Micha Mocha, even if the Red Sea seems to be in front of you, to know that you have what it takes to go through. Micha Mocha, page 17. כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילו אוסף לב. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילו אוסף לב. שירה חדשה שבחוקי עולים לשמך, על שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילו rise. Sur Israel, Mapezrat Israel, Uftechinu mechayeu Dave Israel, Go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo Kedosh Israel. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar v'kodesh, nodat tehilo osefele. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Israel. Please remain standing for the Amidah, our central prayer, page 18. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Lea, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו ואהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם, אדוני מקיים מתים אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מקיים מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדון מלך, מלך במית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנת להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים. Page 20. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו, בשמי מערוב, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וגד האזל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מתנסים לעומת צרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון וקרוב וימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים. ואיננו תרנה מלכותך כדבר אמור בשרי עוזך, על ידי דוד משיח צדקך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נגיש, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי אל מלך גדול, כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש. ברוך אתה אדוני, please continue silently with your own private prayer. Please feel free to use the Hebrew, the English, or your own words. This is your moment to connect with your Creator. Once you complete your prayer, please feel free to be seated. Kaddish Shalem, page 32. יתגדל ויתקדש שמדבר והלמד דברי חירותי וימליך מלכות אביך יכונו יום יכונו וחיית כל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו יש מרבה מבורך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך משתבח פתרות מתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל על שם קודשה בריחו לעילה מכל חטא ושידתה תושפך ולחמת מרים ילמה וימרו תתכוון צלות ומבותיון דכל ישראל קודם אבון וישמעיה וימרו יש למראה משמיה וחיים עלינו וכל ישראל וימרו עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good morning. Yasher Koach to Rabbi Mas, leading us through Shachari. Now he's off to lead the family service with Leslie Emery. We'll be continuing with the Torah service on page 33. Just a disclaimer, I'm getting over a bit of a cold, so I'm not going to walk around and shake everybody's hands. And not because I don't want to. You know I enjoy doing that, but because I'm just getting over a cold. So I'm going to appoint Louise to walk around and shake everybody's hand because she's at the front of the chapel here on behalf of the sisterhood. So just to let you know that that'll be happening. It's not because I'm mad or anything like that. You can hear I'm not faking it. No, I'm fine, thank you. Unless there's acid in it. Page 33, let's rise. Torah service, please. Vayehi min Soharon, Vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, V'yafutzu oivecha, V'yanusu mipanecha, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Udevar Adonai Mirushalayim, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, Bikedushato. Yes. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kavod Shemo. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol
Hadlu l'Adonai iti, unromema shemo yachtav. Lecha Adonai agidula ve'agivura ve'atiferet ve'anetzach ve'ahod. Kicho b'shamayim uvaretz, Kicho b'shamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha ve'havinaseh lechol lerosh. Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu. Vehishtachavu, Vehishtachavu, Adam Raglav Kadoshu. Ramemu, Ramemu, Adonai Eloheinu. Vehishtachavu, Vehishtachavu, Lehar Kodsho, Ki Kadosh, Ki Kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. 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 Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Okay, yes, please sit down, get comfortable, and let's switch books to the Red Etz Chaim Chumashim so we can follow along in today's Torah reading from Parshat Va'era. Today our reading begins on page 362 as we will be completing chapter 8 in this second book of Shemot, the book of Exodus, which we began last week. Verse 16 is where we begin today on page 362. Chapter 8 and then into chapter 9, all of chapter 9 for today's reading from the third triennial cycle, the last third of Parshat Va'era. Parshat Va'era is one of my all-time favorite parshiot in the Torah, easily, I think, because it contains most of the plagues. So there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of familiarity with this story because, of course, we relive it every year in the spring at Pesach. And Va'era has got so much action. I mean, there's really no wasted space at all as we move from one plague to another. By now, you know that I approach the Torah from a different perspective. I treat it as something obviously very holy and central, but also I look at it and I'm always unpacking it from a literary kind of standpoint, right? As a work of holy literature. And the way that the plagues are constructed, the way everything is put together is really, it's worth studying. It's absolutely fascinating. So we pick it up in the little bit in the middle today. Parshat Va'era contains the first 7 of the 10 plagues. Plagues 8, 9, and 10 come next week in Parshat Bo. So we won't actually get to read 8 and 9, but we'll read a lot of the 10th plague, which is special on its own. But the way that the plagues are presented throughout Va'era and into the next Parsha, they come in triads. They come in groups of 3. There's a lot of similarity between them as they come in 3. So the first 3, which we don't get today, let's review. Dam, Svardea, Kinim, right? You imagine yourself spilling a drop of wine at the Pesach Seder for each of these, right, when we get to that part. Blood, frogs, and vermin or lice. Those are the first three. So we're picking it up after those three have already happened. And we don't have exactly the time frame. These seem to happen in pretty rapid succession, which I think is part of the storytelling aspect. Hard to know exactly, did they happen, the very next day or hours apart or weeks apart? Not really that important, I don't think. But you start off with blood, frogs, and lice. They come in this first triad. Now, the first plague of every one of these, you'll see God tells Moses to go confront Pharaoh in the morning, baboker. And we'll see that here as we move into the next set of three. The first one we deal with today, arov, then dever, then shchin, and then we get barad, right? Arov, always described as wild beasts, which is interesting. Dever, which is the pestilence or the cattle disease, the livestock disease. And then shchin, boils. Those are our next three. So you'll see the first one, God tells Moses, go talk to Pharaoh in the morning, just as he did for the blood. The second in the set, God says, go tell Pharaoh. There's no time specified, but he gets a little warning. And then the third plague in every triad just happens. God says, just go and do this. So morning, then a little bit of warning, and then they just do it. And you'll see that this happens through the next. And then when we get to Barad, the third group of three, again, Pharaoh will be confronted by Moses in the morning. Interesting how they're constructed. Now, each of these trios of plagues is supposed to fulfill a certain purpose, which God, through Moses, explains in the midst of unleashing these plagues. So the first three, which we don't read, the blood, the frogs, and the lice, are supposed to demonstrate God's awesome power. The next three, which we'll get a little bit later on in the readings, are supposed to show that though God is this incredible supreme being, he doesn't exist far away. He exists in our midst, and he can influence events closely and very much within his control that happen to us on a daily basis. The other thing that's very interesting and unique about this next set of three plagues, is that in the first three, they happened all across the land. The Nile completely turned to blood. There were frogs everywhere. There was lice everywhere. Now we're going to see a differentiation between the plagues. They do affect the Egyptians, but they don't affect the Israelites who are living in the area of Goshen. So for each of these plagues, note that there's going to be a specific mention of, while all this was happening to the Egyptians, in the area of Goshen, there was no Arov. There was no Dever. They didn't experience Shchin. Kind of interesting. So we begin with Arov, our fourth of all of the plagues, our first one for today. So, and you also see naturally that there's an escalation. Things get more and more intense as we go through here. What's really, really interesting about Arov, and then we'll get to the reading. It's always been, when I was growing up, it was always wild beasts, right? In this translation, I think, in the Etz Chaim Chumash, I think they call it swarms of insects. Well, swarms of insects, wild beasts, not exactly the same thing. And what kind of beasts are we talking about? There's a lot of disagreement in the traditional commentaries about what exactly Arov means. There seems to be an agreement that it comes from the Hebrew root, which means mixture. A big mixture of all these animals. Some commentators say it's animals like leopards and jaguars. Some commentators say it's swarms of all these insects. You see the word the dog fly comes up in the Talmud. I don't know, is that kind of like a horse fly? I've seen a dragonfly, but I've never seen an elephant fly. I don't know. Is it insects? Then there are some commentators who say it's lizards, salamanders. That was a joke from the classic movie Dumbo, by the way. If you don't get it, you need to go watch Dumbo. And still, there's one commentator, Rashbam, who says you've got it all wrong. It's not from the root which means mixture. It's from the root which means evening, Erev, because it was a pack of wolves that descended upon the Egyptians in the evening. So very interesting, lots of mystery, ambiguity surrounding what exactly is this Arov, this wild beast swarm of insects, maybe lizards, leopards. Oh my, Wizard of Oz. See, all references today are from 1930s popular culture. Let's dive in and see how this fourth plague unfolds. Again, it's Arov, beginning on page 362. V'yazor v'yashir l'chol ha'chosim v'amar amen. Ha'kol avugodel Eloheinu tnu chavol Torah tamod. Chana baruvenu frida l'aliyah rishona. Baruch shenatan Torah mo Yisrael b'kedushato. Ve'atem advekim b'Adonai Elohechem. Chaim kochem hayom.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai a Moshe Hashkem v'boker v'hidyatsev lifnei Faro ve'amarta ela.
No.
Sorry. Amen. Vayomer Adonai a Moshe Hashkem v'boker v'hidyatsev lifnei Faro hine yotzei hamayma ve'amarta elav ko amar Adonai shalach ami v'yavduni ki mencha meshaleach et ami hineni mashliach becha uvavadecha uvamcha uvevatecha et he'arov Umalu bate Mitzrayim et he'arov v'gam harama asher hem aleha v'hifleiti bayom hahu et eretz Goshen asher ami omer aleha levilti heyot sham arov leman teidaki ani Adonai bekerev haaretz v'samti fedut בין עמי ובין עמך למחר יהיה האות הזה ויעש אדוני כן ויבוא ערוב כבד בית הפרעה ובית עבדיו ובכל ארץ מצרים ובכל ארץ מצרים תשחט הארץ מפני הערוב ויקרא פרעה אל משה ולאהרון ויאמר לכו זבחו לאלוהיכם בארץ ויאמר משה לא נכון לעשות כן כי תאוות מצרים נזבח לאדוני אלוהינו ונזבח את תאוות מצרים לעיניהם ולא יסכלונו דרך 3 ימים נלך במדבר וזבחנו לאדוני אלוהינו כאשר יאמר עלינו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. We're gonna do elbows up here, okay? There we go. Yesher kochech dechanatau, our first aliyah this morning. Bonnie Robinson's going to read next for us, our Sheni and our Shlishi aliyot as we continue on here. You see there towards the end of the, I shouldn't deprive you of your spot. Yeah, we kind of switched. Sorry. You'll see there towards the end that Pharaoh is starting to weaken a little bit. He's starting to loosen his stance a bit. He's not giving Moshe everything he asked for, but he's starting to make certain allowances. And it's hard to know whether or not Moses is being genuine when he says the animals that we are about to sacrifice are abhorrent to the Egyptians, so we can't do that, or if he's just playing along with Pharaoh and kind of going back at him. It's hard to know for sure. But it's definitely interesting to watch Pharaoh's progression throughout all of these. As he gets a little bit weaker, he wavers a bit, and then he toughens right back up. And there are different expressions, of course, for how Pharaoh responds. You'll see different words like his heart is hardened. He hardens his own heart. God hardens his heart. It's interesting to see the differences plague after plague. But still, you see there, kaved me'od, a very terrible, very heavy, very difficult plague here, arov, however, whatever form it takes, lizards, scorpions, leopards, wolves, who knows. Bonnie will read for us as we continue with our second aliyah, continuing the story of this fourth plague and the ending of the fourth plague. Page 363, verses 24 through 28. Yamod Gershon ben Yitzchak Yaakov L'aliyah Hashniyah.
Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher Bochar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Paro Anochi Ashalach Etchem Uzvachtem Ladonai Elohechem Bamidbarak Harchei Tarchiku Alechet Hatiru Ba'adi Vayomer Moshe Hine Anochi Yotzei Me'imach Vehatartihi El Adonai Vesar Ha'arov Mi Paro Me'avadav U'me'amo Machar Rak Al Yosef Paro Hatel Levilti Shalach Et Ha'am Lisboach L'Adonai Vayetze Moshe Me'im Paro Vayetar El Adonai Vayas Adonai Kidvar Moshe Vayasar Ha'arov Mi Paro Me'avadav U'me'amo Lo Neshar Echad Vayachbed Paro Et Libo Gam Bapam Hazot Velo Shilach Et Ha'am.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'chayei Olam Notah B'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Yashir Kochech to Bonnie Robinson, a beautiful reading of Sheni, our second Aliyah. Shabbat Shalom. And Yashir Koach to Jerry Califf, our second honoree this morning. Bonnie will continue reading for us with Shlishi as we transition to the next chapter and the next stage in our story, the next plague. Mentioned there, notice that motif, that recurring pattern. In this case, Pharaoh hardens his own heart. Interesting commentaries about some of the other explanations, other phrases as we'll go on. But we move on to the fifth plague, known as Dever, sometimes described as pestilence. It's going to be a disease that's going to affect the livestock of the Egyptians, not the Israelites. And a lot of commentators call it anthrax, the disease known as anthrax. Just worth noting. I think you may see that in the Etz Chaim Chumash. Anyway, page 363, Bonnie continues for us, verses 1 through 7. And Lillian Zentner is our next honoree.
Leah bat Michael v'Chava.
Yam Tamo Leah bat Michael v'Chava Leah Hashlishit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Bo El Paro V'dibarta Elav Ko Amar Adonai Elohei Ha'ivrim Shalach et Ami V'ya'avduni Ki ima'en atah l'shaleach Ve'odcha machazik bam Hine yad Adonai Hoya b'miknecha asher basadeh basusim b'chamorim b'gemalim b'bakar uvatzon dever kaved me'od vehifla Adonai ben miknei Yisrael uvein miknei Mitzrayim velo yamut mikol ivnei Yisrael davar Vayasem Adonai moed lemor machar. Ya'aseh Adonai hadavar hazeh ba'aretz. Vayas Adonai et hadavar hazeh mimachorat. Vayamod kol miknei Mitzrayim. Kol miknei Mitzrayim umi miknei v'nei Yisrael lamet echad. Vayishlach Paro v'hinei lamet mimiknei Yisrael ad echad. Vayichbad lo lev Paro v'lo shilach et ha'am.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Shabbat shalom. Kol hakavod to Bonnie Robinson. Beautiful reading again there through Shlishi, our third Aliyah. And you see that one, right? The second in a set of three. Doesn't say what time of day, but God tells Moses to go to Pharaoh. And as we're about to see here, as we go to the next plague, the third in a set of three, no interaction between Moses and Pharaoh in terms of a warning. It'll just happen. Interesting to see the pattern, very, very cleverly, how these plagues are all put together to increase the effectiveness of the storytelling, right, and the impact. And you see throughout here that, again, the distinction is made. It happens to the Egyptians, and specifically does not happen to the Israelites. So that's dever. That's our anthrax, or our livestock disease for the Egyptians. Now on to shchin, which we've always translated as boils, and that's a pretty good definition. I was reading that in some other languages, like maybe it's Arabic or some other Near Eastern languages, there are words like shchin that are similar to shchin that mean inflammation or something like that. So it seems very consistent that that's what it would be. Pay attention, and we see here, we haven't seen the wizards, the magicians. If you remember from the first couple of plagues, Pharaoh's magicians are always copying what Moses does to prove they can do it too, right? So there's all this blood, so they turn water into blood. There's these frogs, so they create frogs too. And we're going to see the magicians reappear here in an interesting way when we see how the sixth plague of shchin unfolds. Page 365, verses 8 through 16. Holly Harris is our next honoree. Tamor Chanat Tzipora bar Avram v'Sara l'Aliyah Revi'it. Right. In the end, right? Yeah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai Moshe v'Aharon kichu lachem meloch ofnechem piach kivshan uzrako Moshe hashamayim aleinei Faro v'haya le'avak al kol eretz Mitzrayim v'haya al ha'adam ve'al ha'behema Lishchin poreach avabuot bechol eretz Mitzrayim vaychu et piach hakivshan vayamdu lifnei Faro vayizrok oto Moshe hashamayma Vayehi shchina vabuot poreach b'adam uvabehema velo yachlu achartumim lamod lifnei Moshe mipnei hashchin ki haya hashchin b'chartumim uvechol Mitzrayim vayechazek Adonai et lev Paro velo shama aleihem kasher diber Adonai el Moshe vayomer Adonai el Moshe hashkem baboker v'hidyatzev lifnei Faro ve'amarta elav ko amar Adonai Elohei ha'ivrim shalach et ami v'yavduni ki bapam azot ani sholeach et kol magefotai el libcha uva'avadecha uvamecha bavur teda ki in kamoni bechol haaretz ki ata shalachti et yadi va'achotcha ve'ramcha badaver v'tikachen min haaretz ve'ulam bavur zot he'emadeticha bavur harotcha et kochi uleman saper shemi bechol haaretz.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Shabbat shalom. Next up we have Chamishi, our fifth aliyah, page 366, verses 17 through 21. You see the business there, the magicians. The boils are so bad, they can't even appear in front of Moses. Interesting that we see the magicians return here when they've been silent for the last couple of plagues. And then you see that we transition into the next set there. We haven't heard the word barad mentioned, which will come next as we talk about hail from here to the end of the parsha over the next couple of readings. But you see that, again, Moses is told to appear before Pharaoh in the morning. So in a third set, it appears before morning. And part of the explanation with the first is always the point. So the very first three plagues, which we didn't read about, to see God's power. Then the second was to learn that God is the Kerev Haaretz, in the midst, can influence events right happening, involving us on a daily basis, right? That we see with the livestock disease, and we see with the boils. Now it's going to be that what's about to happen, the escalation of these plagues, the third set, the hail, and then the locusts, and then the darkness. These you could maybe explain away some of these other things by supernatural forces or coincidence, right? I suppose. But what's going to happen here, they're going to be such unprecedented, such huge, that the magnitude of these plagues can be so huge that God's idea is that it has to be some kind of supreme being creating these plagues, and there's no one or no force like God. Ein kamoni ba'aretz. That's what we said towards the end there. No one like God, right? So to see not only is God powerful and in our midst, but there's no other being that can do what God has done and is about to do. Very, very interesting. We'll continue on and see more a little bit here about this next plague of Barad. Again, page 363, verses 17 through 21. Our next honoree is Rick Lee. Yamor Rishon ben Avram v'Sarah v'Liyach Hamishit.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Orcha mistolel be'ami levilti shalcham. Hineni mamtir ka'ed machar barad kaved meod. Asher lo haya chamohu b'mitzrayim lemin hayom hivasta ve'adata ve'ata shalach ha'ed. שלח העז את מקנך ואת כל אשר לך בשדה, כל האדם והבהמה אשר יימצא בשדה, ולא יאסף הביתה, וירד עליהם הברד ומתו, הירא את דבר אדוני מעבדי פרעה, הניס את עבדיו ומקנהו אל הבתים, ואשר לא שם ליבו אל דבר אדוני, ויעזוב את עבדיו ואת מקנהו בשדה.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu et Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tachenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Thank you.
We continue on with Shishi, our sixth aliyah, page 366, verses 22 through 26. Very interesting there, isn't it? That some of the Egyptians have become believers, and they bring in their servants, and they bring in their animals because they were worried about what Moses has said is actually going to come true. Not everybody. Some don't, but some do. Interesting here, right? As the plagues escalate, there are some people, Pharaoh as well, he starts to waver more and more and more, but there are also some people among the Egyptian community who are buying in. Let's see what happens next. Again, page 366, verses 22 through 26. Our next honoree, Steve Moskovich. You got to remind me, though.
Ben Chana.
What's your first one?
Oh.
What are you?
Oh, Shlomo David.
Shlomo David. Yeah.
Ben Chana. Shimon.
Yamod Shlomo David ben Chana v'Shimon l'aliyah hashishit. At the bottom.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai Moshe, Neted yadcha al hashamayim, vihi varad bechol eretz Mitzrayim, al ha'adam ve'al ha'behema ve'al kol esev hasadeh be'eretz Mitzrayim, vayed Moshe et matehu al hashamayim, v'Adonai natan kolot uvarad, v'tihalach esh arza, Vayamter Adonai barad al eretz Mitzrayim, vayehi varad ve'esh mitlakachat betoch habarad, kaved meod asher lo hayach hamohu bechol eretz Mitzrayim me'az hayta lagoy, vayach habarad bechol eretz Mitzrayim, et kol asher basadeh me'adam ve'ad behema, ve'et kol esev hasadeh hika habarad, ve'et kol etz hasadeh shiber rak be'eretz Goshen, asher sham b'nei Yisrael lo haya barad.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Shabbat shalom. Yasher koach. Shabbat shalom. Just want to, before we read our Shvi'i Maftir, our seventh and final reading from this triennial cycle in this Parsha of Era, which will be on 367, verses 27 through 35. I want to thank our Gabbaim this morning, Bonnie Robinson and Louise Raber, for following along during the Torah reading, as well as all of you for following along. And commend Bonnie again on her 2 readings. Bonnie is going to be our honoree, as she'll be chanting the Haftarah. I've been a little bit under the weather, so I've slipped a little bit on some of my duties, and I realized on Thursday that I didn't have a Haftarah reader. So Bonnie gets the call on that in that case. So Bonnie's going to come up with the Haftarah coming up. But first we have our final Aliyah to see the conclusion here of this whole business with the Barad. Really interesting, the repeated references to there's never been a hailstorm like this in the history of Egypt, right? Underscoring that whole point. It's not just about showing God's power anymore or God's influence over events, existing within our midst, but being able to create these disasters of such a huge and unprecedented nature that you can't just say, oh, this was like the great hailstorm of 2025 BC. It doesn't work like that. There's never been hail with the fire right in it. The hail is maybe my favorite in terms of the descriptions. Just how dramatic and powerful and just out of the ordinary with these fiery burning hail. I'm amazed that we've never seen that in Winnipeg. You always get the pictures right after a hailstorm of the people holding up the golf ball size hail that hit there. Well, this is, I guess, sort of the equivalent, except it's burning hail. And the other thing you should notice is it's the first time in the plagues, as we've hit now plague number 7, where there's loss of human life. So it continues to escalate. Everything is kind of upped with each plague. We'll see how it concludes here. I wonder if you can guess how Pharaoh is going to react to this whole business. But we'll see for ourselves, page 367, verses 27 through 35. Tamod Miriam bat Ephraim velvoveto maftirach hiski.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayishlach Paro, Vayikra leMoshe ulaHaron, Vayomer alehem Chatati hapam, Adonai hatzadik, Vani ve'ami hareshaim, Hatiru el Adonai ve'rav miyot, Kolod Elohim uvarad, Vashalcha etchem velo tosifun lamor, Vayomer elav Moshe, Kitzeiti et ha'ir, Efros et kapai el Adonai, HaKolod yechdalun, Ve'habarad lo yeod, Leman teda, Ki l'Adonai Ki l'Adonai haaretz ve'ata va'avadecha yadati ki terem tirun mipnei Adonai Elohim ve'hapista ve'haseora nukata ki haseora avi ve'hapista givo ve'achita ve'akusemet lo nuku ki afilod hena vayetze Moshe me'im paro et ha'ir vayifros kapav el Adonai vayachdalu hakolod ve'habarad umatar lo nitach arza vayar paro ki chadal hamatar ve'habarad ve'hakolod vayosef lachoto vayachbed libo huvavadav vayechazak lev paro velo shalach et bnei Israel kasher diber Adonai biyad Moshe.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Kol hakavod and yasher koach to everyone who was honored with an aliyah and accepted an aliyah to the Torah this morning, and thank you to everyone for following along. Something to ask yourselves and maybe to ask Rabbi Mas or another rabbi you know, or maybe wait for next week, why would the plagues not take place over one parsha? Why the break here? Because Va'era ends just after the 7th plague, but we still have 8, 9, and 10. Maybe you could see the 10th plague being in the next parsha, but why do we break before the locusts and the darkness? Maybe we'll see the answer to that next week when you join us for Parshat Bo. It is a really good question, though. We can talk about it later on. Maybe it'll come up in Torah L'chaim with Rabbi Mas after Kiddush today. I don't know. It may. But you have to wonder, why the break? Why the break? There's no Torah L'chaim today? No. It won't come up in Torah L'chaim today, then. Maybe it'll come up at the L'chaim Club. I don't know. Let's take a second now with the Torah still out before we get ready for the Haftarah. I mentioned Bonnie's chanting the Haftarah. It's coming on page 370. We also, this is the last Shabbat before the next Rosh Chodesh, so Alice Weissman will be chanting the Birkat HaChodesh, the benching, the blessing of a new month after the Haftarah, so we have that to look forward to. But before we get to that, let's make the Misha Berach now for everyone we know who's sick and in need prayer of a refuah shlema, return to a state of complete health, of better health. We have our list this week, and on our list, I have the names Sipora Leah Bat Chaya, Rivka Bat Ita, Neron Bal, Yaakov Ben Sion Ben Miriam, Aviva Bat Malka, Elka Bat Kela, Chana Yafa Bat Esther Shendel, Chaya Leah Bat Fega, Batya Bat Yehudit, Dvora Bat Fredel, Leah Bat Sarah, Nicole Garant, Yakira Bat Chava, Michael Ben Sluva Meta, Leah Bat Rachel, Dvora Gittel Bat Leah, Binyamin Pinchas Ben Dvora Gittel, Dina Rachel Bat Sarah Esther, David Tzvi Ben Sarah Pesel, Tova Yael Bat Dina Rachel, Katriel Yosef Ben Tova Yael, Avraham Dov Ben Rut, Ruvain Ben Basya, Yita Ruchel Bat Sirolea, Errol Hyde, Talia Bluma Bat Sarah, and Argarant. Those are the names on our list this week. And of course, if you have names you'd like to add to our list, please call us during the week. If you have names you'd like to call out, though, I'd ask you to stand at this time. We'll go through the congregation. We'll call out other names we'd like to add to our prayers. Beginning here, Elizabeth. Amen. 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 Lois? Amen ve'amen. Amy? Amen. Amen. Rosie? Amen ve'amen. Eddie? Amen. Trump? Amen ve'amen. Steve? Amen ve'amen. Terry? Amen. Amen ve'amen. Amen. 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 Thank you to everyone for calling out names. In the Siddur, I know many of us are very familiar, but if you want to follow along, it's on page 34. Debbie Friedman's special Misha Berach. Let's join together. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Thank you, everyone. Now let's rise for Hagbah and Glila, the lifting and tying of the scroll of the Torah. Leon Pinkovich is honored with Hagbah, the lifting, and Sharon Siegel is honored with Glila, the tying. Leon. V'zot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe ki mitzion tetzei Torah udvar Adonai miYerushalayim ki mitzion tetzei Torah udvar Adonai miYerushalayim Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Please be seated. Again, our Haftarah can be found on page 370. Bonnie will be reading for us through the end of verse 12. So beginning on page 370 with a little commentary, and then 25, verse 25, through chapter 29, verse 12. The connection here is quite obvious, as this Haftarah comes from the prophet Yechezkel, Ezekiel. The connection is the relationship between the Israelites, Bnei Israel, and the Mitzrim, the Egyptians. So we'll see the connection between the old relationship of the Egyptians from the Torah and a newer relationship years later in the prophets referred to by Yechezkel. Bonnie, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Amen. Ko amar Adonai Elohim v'kabtzi et Beit Yisrael min ha'amim asher nafotzuvam v'nikdashtivam le'enei hagoyim v'yashavu al admatam asher natati le'avdi le'Yakov v'yashvu aleha lavetach uvanu vatim v'nat'u chiramim v'yashvu lavetach v'asati shefatim Bechol hashatim otam misaviv otam v'yadu ki ani Adonai Eloheihem b'shana ha'asirit b'shnei masar lachodesh haya devar Adonai elai lemor ben Adam Sim panecha al paro melech Mitzrayim v'hinaveh alav al Mitzrayim kula daber v'amarta ko amar Adonai Elohim hineni alecha paro melech Mitzrayim hatanim hagadol harovetz betoch ye'orav Asher amar li oriva ani asitini v'natati chachim bilchayacha v'hadbakti degati oracha v'kaskisotecha v'ha'aliticha mitoch yorecha v'eit kol degat yorecha v'kaskisotecha tidbak Untashticha hamidbara otecha ve'et kol degat yorecha al pnei hasadeh tipol lo teasef ve'lo tikavetz lechayat haaretz ul'of hashamayim netaticha leochla ve'yadu kol Yoshvei Mitzrayim, Ki Ani Adonai, Yan Heyotam, Mishenet Kana Leveit Yisrael, Betov Sam Becha Vakav Teirotz, Uvakata Lahem Kol Katev, Uvhisha'anam Alecha Tishaver, V'hamadata Lahem Kol Motnaim. Lachen, Ko Amar Adonai Elohim Hineni, Mevi Alayich Harev, V'hichrati Mimech Adam Uvhema, V'haita Eretz Mitzrayim Lishmama, V'chorba, V'yad'u Ki Ani Adonai, Yan Amar Ye'or Liva Ani Asiti, Lachen Hinani Elecha, Ve'el Ye'orecha, V'natati, Et Eretz Mitzrayim lechorvot chorev shemama mimigdol sevene viad gevul kush lo ta'avor ba regel adam v'regel behema lo ta'avor ba ve'lo teshav arba'im shana v'natati et Eretz Mitzrayim shemama Betoch aratzot nishamot, ve'areha betoch arim mechoravot, tihyehena shemama, 40 shana, v'hafitzoti et Mitzrayim bagoyim, v'zeritim ba'aratzot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Tzur kol alamim, tzadik b'chol adorot, ha'el ha'neman, ha'omer v'yoseh, hamdaber umkayem, shekol dvarav emet v'tzedek. Ne'eman atahu Adonai Eloheinu, v'ne'emanim devarecha, v'davar echad midvarecha, achor lo yashuv rekam, ki al melech ne'eman v'rechaman atah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el ha'ne'eman b'chol dvarav. Rachem al Tzion ki hi beit chayenu, v'lalu vat nefesh toshia b'mheira v'yameinu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mesameach Tzion b'vaneha. Samcheinu Adonai Eloheinu b'Eliyahu hanavi avdecha, uv'malchut beit David meshichecha, b'mheira yavo v'yagel libenu, al kiso lo yeshev zar, v'lo yinchalu od achirim et kvodo, ki v'shem kodshecha nishbata lo, shelo yichben eiro le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen David. Al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al hanviim v'al yom ha'Shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lechavod ultifaret. Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yitbarach shimcha v'fi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Great job. Great job, Bonnie. Our heartfelt thanks to Bonnie Robinson for a beautiful job with this Haftarah. I think there's a little bit of significance, too, for this Haftarah. Bonnie did it many, many years ago. It's not her bat mitzvah haftarah, but I think it was the one that synced up with your birthday, right? It's pretty close. Or at least one year it was pretty close. So great job again there. Thank you to everyone who's helped out with our service today, especially to Louise Raber, who's been at the front of the chapel this morning, to our greeters, Phyllis Laveman, Leon Pinkovich, Sharon Siegel, and Cindy Singer. Thank you to all of you this morning, and of course to Marvin Polanski, our audio-visual director. Good catch. No Torah L'chaim today, but there is a L'chaim Club with Rabbi Mas immediately following the service, and Torah L'chaim will be back next week. Kiddush, we invite you to stay for Kiddush, which will be in the auditorium after the service. Minyan tonight is at 6 here in the chapel, tomorrow morning at 9, tomorrow night at 6, and then through the week, Monday through Friday, 7:30 in the morning. Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. for Mincha Mariv, and Friday night we will have Kabbalat Shabbat beginning at 5:30. Shabbat next Saturday morning is right back here in the chapel at 10. We got a few things coming up over the next couple of weeks. I'll tell you really quickly, and then we'll have our announcement of the coming of the new month. The first thing I want to let you know that Shered Zedek's Choosing Judaism course, which is starting up again, a 27-week course, Thursday evenings in February. It's not just for people who are converting to Judaism. Many Jewish people have taken this course over the years to rediscover and explore Judaism through ethics and thought, holidays, and customs. You can think of it as almost like a Judaism 101, 102, 103 kind of class. So it's open to all people. You do need to register. A new course is starting, maybe something to consider. Rabbi Mas teaches that on Thursday evenings. Do you know the date of the first one for me to be able to say?
First Thursday, I think it's 7th.
First Thursday in February, the 7th. Also speaking of Rabbi Mas, Pirkei Avot, Ethics of Our Fathers, which has classes every 2 weeks here in the chapel, so you can attend live or you can watch online. The next one is this Wednesday. This Thursday is our monthly Winnipeg Harvest Volunteer Night. So that's this Thursday. And then coming up next weekend, in a couple of weekends, actually, I should say, on Friday night, January the 18th, Rabbi Mas and Leslie Emery are going to help with a very special Tu B'Shvat-inspired family Shabbat dinner. That's on Friday, January the 18th. And then on the Sunday, January the 20th, it's a Tu B'Shvat celebration for adults. It starts off with the opening of the new Art at the Zedek exhibit at 7 o'clock on Sunday the 20th, and then Rabbi Mas and I will be leading everyone through a short but informative Tu B'Shvat Seder. So if you've never seen a Tu B'Shvat Seder before, there's going to be some wine, there's going to be some great cheese, some fruit, that sort of things. It's not dinner on the Sunday, but we want to give you an idea of this kind of, it's pretty influenced by Kabbalah, and it's pretty cool. We're going to have some music. We'll do a little Tu B'Shvat Seder if you're interested on Sunday the 20th, but you want to start with the opening of the new art exhibit at 7. So as you can see, a number of events happening over the next couple of weeks. I know I rolled through it pretty quickly. Do give the office a call if you want to come to any of these, because we would appreciate registration for all of them. Our final announcement of the morning is the coming of the new month. I invite all of you to rise. On page 40 in the Sidurim, Sandy Polanski will hold the Torah for us. Alice Weissman will bench Birkat HaChodesh for the coming month of Shvat, which begins on Yom Sheni, which is this coming Monday. Page 40.
Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu shetechadesh aleinu et hachodesh haba l'tova v'titen lanu chayim aruchim chayim shel shalom chayim shel tova chayim shel baracha chayim shel parnasah chayim shel chilutz atzamot chayim shesh bahem yirat shamayim v'yirat chet chayim shein bahem busha uchlima chayim shel osher v'chavod chayim shetevanu ahavat Torah v'yirat shamayim chayim sheimalu mishalot libenu l'tova amen selah mi she'asa nisim l'avotenu כנפות הארץ חברים כל ישראל ונאמר אמן. ראש חודש שבט יהיה ביום שני הבא עלינו ועל כל ישראל לטובה.
The new month of Shvat will begin on Monday. May it be a month of goodness for us and for all Israel.
יחדשהו הקדוש ברוך הוא עלינו ועל כל עמו בית ישראל לחיים ושלום.
Amen.
לששון ולשמחה.
Amen.
לישועה ונחמה ונאמר amen.
Well done, Alice. Yisher kochech. Let's remain standing on page 41 for Yahalelu as we return the Sefer Torah to the Ark. Rabbi Mas, please.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו. אז על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לעמו תהילה, תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל עם קרובו. הללויה, הללויה. הללויה, הללויה. עץ חיימי למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה, חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם. You may be seated. Okay. So let me tell you a story. There was this rabbi at the end of the service. He went to the back of the sanctuary and started to shake hands, wishing Shabbat Shalom to everybody, right? Until he sees a man that he hasn't seen in a long time. And he shakes his hands, says, Shabbat Shalom. And he says, sir, you should join the army of the Lord. I said, what do you mean about that, joining the army of the Lord? I am part of the army of the Lord. I said, really? So how come the only time I see you in synagogue is Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? He said, oh, because I'm part of the secret service. Okay. I brought to you that joke because today is all about resolutions, right? You want to make a resolution, and sometimes one of people's resolutions on the New Year's, could be Rosh Hashanah, but also when we change secular New Year, is to come more often to shul. People sometimes say that, this year I would like to come more often to shul. But when I wanted to talk to you, when I was thinking about what to say about New Year's resolution, the first thing I did was to go to the internet and to search for most popular New Year's resolution for people. And this is the list. Top 10. Listen to this. Number 1. No, it's coming there. Eat healthier. Number 2, exercise more. Number 3, lose weight. Number 4, save more and spend less. Number 5, start a hobby. Number 6, quit smoking. Number 7, read more. Number 8, find a new job. Number 9, drink less alcohol. Number 10, spend more time with family and friends. Top 10 resolutions. But I realized pretty quickly that even though most people make this resolution end of December, they're out about halfway February. Right? And I was thinking, why is that most people will quit all this? Because we have to agree, they're all wonderful things. So how is it that we make a resolution to do all these wonderful things, but after a while we quit? And I came out pretty much with 4 main reasons of why people will quit after they make resolutions. Number 1 is lack of results. You know, you make a resolution, you start working toward that, and you said, nothing changed in my life. You know, I thought eat healthier and I would start feeling better, and I feel the same way. So why do I bother eating healthier? I would go back to my old habits. Or you say, I'm going to exercise more, and you join a gym, and you start going. And you look at yourself at the mirror after a month or so and say that nothing changed. So we quit. We have no patience. And we don't realize sometimes that these are long-term plans. But after a while, we get so disappointed, we see no results, we quit. And you see, this is the thing, because when I was thinking about the top 10 resolution, it immediately reminded me of the 10 plagues of Egypt, things that we are reading in this parsha. We start reading the 10 plagues. And I realized that was God's resolution. God's resolution for the year was to free this group of slaves called the Israelites and to guide them to the promised land. And God did it through 10 plagues, through 10 steps. But if you read the 10 plagues, you will realize that after the first plague, what happened? Absolutely nothing. The situation didn't change for them. So then the second plague came. What happened? Absolutely nothing. In fact, things seems to be even worse for them. Remember when Moses went to say to the Pharaoh, let my people go, and now they have to start working double? Instead of enjoying the results of that resolution, they were suffering it. But it's not much different that you make a resolution to exercise more, you go to the gym, hoping to feel great, and the next day you can't move. But we learn from this, that nothing happened on the first plague, nothing happened on the second, but then after the 10th, because God was consistent. God didn't lose faith. Keep sending the plagues. Result happened, and they found their way to the promised land. Reason number 2, we do too many things at the same time. We make sorted resolutions, and we want to do the top 10 all at the same time. And you realize that that's not possible. We have no human way to do all those things, and we have to be selective on what we do. We try to multitask, and then we fail because we take the wrong approach to the whole thing. Going back to the plagues, God didn't send the 10 plagues all at once. Do you realize that? God could have done that. Send the 10 plagues all at once, the Pharaoh will be spooked, and he will send them away, but that's not the way it works. God was patient, one at a time. Same thing with God created the world. God took 7 days to create the world. God didn't say, boof. The world was created, made a plan. I did one thing after the other. We should learn from that whenever we want to change things in our lives. Don't try to change too many things at the same time. Be wise and choose your battle and do it one at a time. Number 3, lack of confidence. We believe that we don't have what it takes to make any changes in our lives. And going back to the parsha, I believe this is exactly what happened to Moses. God said to Moses, go talk to Pharaoh, tell them, let my people go, and I will send on these plagues, and etc., etc., etc. But after God said that to Moses, I don't know if you noticed, I don't think it's this year, when there's a break on the parsha, and God started talking about the genealogy of Moses. It's not year 3, so you didn't read that on the Torah. But that's what happens. After the announcement that God is going to free the slaves, there is a break on the narrative. And God starts talking about the genealogy of Moses. And that is something that makes the rabbis start scratching their heads. Why will we have this break in the middle? It seems to be out of place. And the explanation is, when Moses realized all what he had in front of him, all what is coming at him, all what he have to go through, he said, I'm not capable. So God stopped the narrative and started to mention all the genealogy of Moses, to trace his lineage all the way to Jacob, all the way to the patriarchs. And then you realize that you are not nobody. You are coming from the family of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look what that they did. Look what they achieved. They have challenges, of course, but they overcame those challenges. And the same way that they did it, you can do it. You are not different than them. When I say you, I'm talking to all of you. We are not different than them. We all have what it takes. So the Parsha also is talking about how to tackle lack of self-esteem, lack of confidence. Look back. Look at your past achievements. Look at other people's achievements, and you will realize that you are not different. You can do it as well. And fourth and last reason why we quit is because we do it alone. And the Parsha is also telling us that you don't have to do it alone. God said to Moses, go talk to Pharaoh, but hold on a minute. Aaron is going to go with you. He's going to be your support. If you don't find the right words to say, don't worry, he will speak in your behalf. And the fact is, the first 2 plagues, I don't know if you noticed, it was Aaron the one who produced those 2 plagues, not Moses. Why? We don't know why. Maybe he wasn't confident enough to do it. Maybe he didn't believe yet. So Aaron was there to help. So my point is, the Parsha says, it's great. Have all these resolutions. Make the decision to change your life, but find help. Find a friend, somebody who will help you to stay on track. And between the 2 of you, you can find the way through. So in other words, I believe this week's Parsha couldn't come at a better time of the year, when everybody makes resolutions, and that's great. Do it. But learn from the Parsha to do it in a smart way. Believe in yourself. Be smart of how you do it. And above all, find somebody to help you keeping on track to see results on your life. And just like the Israelites, they reached their promised land. We have an opportunity, if we take the right attitude, to reach our promised land in this new year. Shabbat Shalom. Okay, let's continue with our service. Aleinu, please rise. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים מודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אנות, אמת מלכנו וצולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו Please remain standing for the mourners Kaddish. This week, we mourn the passing of Lily and Jan and extend our sincere condolences to Janice and Sheldon Barishnik, Gary and Pam Jan, and Danny and Adele Jan. We also mourn the passing of Harold Simmons and offer our deepest sympathy to Paul and Gail Simmons and Irv and Kelly Simmons. We extend our condolences to the families of Leon Berger, Sidney Craven, Faye Tesler, Meyer Hennog, Cynthia Berger, Ruth Moskovich. This week, we commemorate the yahrzeit of Philip Zabel Feldman, uncle of Jackie Sipe, Ben Green, father of Esther Hertig, Albert Seagal, father of Sharon Seagal, Sophie Stitz, mother of Rose Machnik. I would like to invite you all to join me in the recitation of the words of comfort, the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, page 46. Itgadal ve'itgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'elmad divrei chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayeh dechol beit Israel, ba'agala u'bizman kariv ve'imru amen. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום אמרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Okay, Kiddush, page 48, please remain standing. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדרודם ברית עולם. בין יבם בני ישראל לא תהיה עולם, כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ויום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו, סברי מרנן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו מצוותיו וציוונו על נטילת ידיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us for Kiddush. Shabbat shalom.
Yes. Of course. I saw your note about the Torah. I've just been waiting for.
Forget it.
Is it too much?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, you know, Shelley is very, and Mo, her late husband, was one of her.
That's why you had asked about it, though.
And he doesn't know.
Okay, so you just want to
So
leave it alone?
I spoke to Shelley today, and I said, it doesn't look like our numbers.
Right.
So I said,
You're now upset about that?
I'm not upset.
Okay,
And
good.
he doesn't know.
Okay.
So,
Well, I knew that part
yeah,
because you had.
I did.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Because we could have. Okay.
Yeah. He's getting quite excited now. I wish.
Good.
That's nice. This will be.
Yeah. That's great. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm really excited. Can't wait to see him. Good. Very good. I'm going home. I've got a wedding tonight. Yeah. So I'm gonna go home. But that's okay. Yeah.
My cousin Holly would not come last night because you weren't doing the
Oh.
service.
No, I think it's a different way of putting it. He didn't come because I was doing this.
He didn't know that.
She
He
was
didn't know.
Marilyn told him.
Oh,
She
jeez.
says, so I'm not coming.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, that's
don't
that.
take it. Don't take it personally. Just you're right, but Aaron actually does the first 3 plays. This is the third one too. Where's Noah? I thought you probably did, but where's Noah?
Because involved
No,
two
that's
elements.
Details.
Yeah, it adds your.
That's what I missed it because it involved two elements. There are 3 plates that involve 2 elements. One is water to our
Dirt, dust.
dust.
Yeah. Alain, how did it go last week?
Oh, terrible. Terrible.
Good. I haven't really looked at my email because I've been away, but I think you sent me something about maybe another reading. Okay, I'll look at it on Monday when I get back in there. Okay? Good job. You're doing one every 6 months, right? That's your plan, until you turn 100 and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't you like 100 and
I
something?
called him as Rabbi Alain.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. This one, the one you read, was much more exciting, though. Talking about Zipporah forced circumcising her son.
Yeah, it's not exactly exciting.
It's a real snooze fest.
Well, unless you're an architect or a clothing designer.
Even still.
I'm gonna have to back out and figure out how to.
Oh no, how come? You haven't even had a chance to look at it.
Well, I have to take on less for the next few weeks because my brothers and I are doing things at Mom's and it's taking a hard time.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you. I have to call her on Monday, but I was hoping that the girl who had her bar mitzvah last year would come back and do the haftarah for Shiva for Bishal Hashem.
Oh, on the 19th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
because I was
yeah.
going to ask you if that was taken.
No,
Because that's 2 days before my birthday.
I know, and that's
Yeah.
why part of why I wanted you to
Yeah, no,
me
that's
too.
fine.
I just have been kind of off, so
Like, is that okay with you if I don't? Because I'm getting pressure from different directions. I'd love to be able to do it, but it's
the time.
a lot.
Well, first of all, it comes up again in Pesach, so we could always learn it again for Pesach. If you wanted
I wanted to
to,
do
just
something
later
for
in
my
Pesach.
birthday. Let me have another look at it. I just.
Don't worry. It's really not a problem. Hey, Craig, it's really not a problem for me.
How to get trope trainer to underline
I've got well, it's still got a cold, so elbows.
the parts that are actually in the special.
Oh, okay, that's how it works?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. They've changed that in the format as trope trainers.
Yeah, it doesn't come up that way, but
Right.
you can click on underline and it will do
Right.
it. Gotcha. Anyway, take care of yourself.
I will. I'm gonna go. Just say hi to my bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
1 2 1